Welcome everybody to the Single and Stiletto Show. I'm Suzanne Oshima, and I'm a matchmaker and dating coach at Dream Bachelor and Bachelorette, and I'm also the founder of Single and Stilettos. Today we have on our show Tinsley Bradford, and she's the author of The Settle-Free Dating Method for Women. And I'm so excited to have her here today because today she's going to tell us how to tell them you're not ready to have sex. And I know, ladies, you're dying to know the answer to this question. But before we jump into it, Tinsley, I would love for you to tell our audience a little bit about you and what made you write this book.
Yes, hello there, Suzanne, and hello to all Suzanne's viewers. I'm Tinsley Bradford, and I wrote this book because I'm all about empowering women to be their very best and make wiser dating choices that I know from my own experience can impact your future. Here's my cute little book right here called The Settle-Free Dating Method for Women. It's a no-nonsense advice guide to remind you that you are more. But what I want from everyone is just the very best that love has to give. So I wrote this book to give you tips on how to not settle for less and get the very best that love has to give, right?
Yep, that's exactly it. So let's jump into this topic. So this is actually a question I get asked a lot, and I know, Tinsley, I'm sure you get asked this question a lot too, is how to tell a man you're not ready to have sex, because at some point it's going to come up. So can you give us some tips on how to tell a man you're not ready?
I sure can. You know, that's one of my specialties. I can tell him real quick I'm not ready. So the very best way, the first tip I have for you, ladies, is you just simply tell them you're not ready. You just have to come out and say, I've been dating you for a while. You can even let them know if the chemistry's there. Because a lot of times when you're not ready for sex, men, believe it or not, they try to act like they're so hard, but they're sensitive little creatures. And they'll feel like it's because you're not attracted to them. So if it's a spiritual belief system, if it's because you've done it before and you felt like sex makes things complicated and you notice things change in most relationships, so now you want to kind of take it easy and not really do it yet, you just kind of let them know and say, hey, it's not because I'm not attracted to you. I think you hot. I think you fine. But based on my overall experiences, I just want to wait a little longer just to make sure that the chemistry's right for both of us and let them know I'm just not ready for it. That's tip number one.
Yes, and I have to agree wholeheartedly with you, Tinsley, because it's so true. Ladies, men need to know that you're attracted to them, that you find it hot. Otherwise, it's true. No, I don't care how strong a man is, if his ego's going to get bruised just a little bit when you say you're not ready to have sex.
Right.
So Tinsley, what's your second tip?
My second tip is if you feel like you're dealing with someone, ladies, who's a little bit aggressive, you know, that little macho fine man who knows how to wine and dine you. He knows how to set the mood. He knows how to take you out when the moon is shining bright and you both are excited and passionate about it. And you know that it's probably going to be an opportunity for you to be tempted to do it. So temptation is very strong. What I can suggest you do is just say, well, if he asks, can he come over your place, or you ask, can he come over his place and you guys go back there, I would just decline. I would say, I'm not ready to go there yet. And I know if I go there, it's going to lead to that. And the reason why I'm not ready is I want to wait a little longer. I have my reasons. There's nothing wrong with you. I just want to wait a little longer. Let's not set ourselves up to be tempted to do something that we will later regret. If you do not want to have sex, don't you go to his house with that big old cozy bed and those nice comfortable sheets on there. You know you're going to end up in that bed, on the sofa, on the table, on the countertop. I'm getting a little hot.
Tinsley, you make me laugh so hard. But it's so true. I mean, in all seriousness, it sounds so simple, but it's true. Is don't tempt yourself. Don't go over to his apartment or house, and you should invite him over to yours, because it's going to turn really awkward because you're going to start kissing. One thing's going to lead to another, and then you're going to have to put the brakes on, or you are going to end up in bed, and you may regret it later. So don't tempt yourself. That's a great tip.
Right. And my final tip is I'm going to say, when it comes to talking to someone, the first scenarios I gave you are two that pretty much you have been dating for a while. You're getting to know each other. Now things are getting a little hot, a little closer. You can also let this person know in the early stages while you're on the phone. talking, getting to know each other. You don't have to wait till you get ready to go on a dinner date or meet in person to say, oh, by the way, I know I'm looking good with this sexy top and my cleavage showing, but I'm not ready to have sex with you, by the way. You can be on the phone and talk to them and say, I want to let you know ahead of time, I'm interested in getting to know you. So far, our conversation has flowed. Are you looking for like a sexual partner, or just maybe getting to know me for a relationship? Because I ain't really ready for sex yet. So I got to be honest with you and keep it real. Tell him on the phone so you can kind of pick up that vibe. We all have a real good discerning. If he'd be like, oh, well, what I'm saying? We two grown people. I was hoping that we could, he's trying to get some. You don't need to go there. Tell him on the phone too, before you even get that far.
It's about drawing healthy boundaries and feeling confident about it. And ladies, Tinsley gives a great tip. There will be some men that will disappear and they'll cancel that date. And you may be a little bit upset, but just count your blessings. Is you weeded out a bad one. All he wanted was sex, right, Tinsley?
Right. I've had it happen to me, and that's the only reason why I'm giving you that advice, is because I know it's true. It's happened to me, and I was happy. I was like, well, excuse me. Bye.
It's true. The right man will still go on the date because he really wants to get to know you.
Absolutely.
Okay, so Tinsley, I know that was your last tip, but I'm going to ask you one more question because I always like to think in terms of what's my audience dying to ask her. And they're wondering, well, at what point should you have sex with the man? Is it a certain number of dates, certain time frame? Like Steve Harvey actually says, the 90-day rule. So what's your suggestion?
I'm going to suggest whatever works for you. If you have put yourself on a 90-day rule and you chose to choose that rule per Steve Harvey's guidance in his book, which I've read, which is a really great book, go for it. If you have not put yourself on a 90-day restraint and you simply want to just go with the flow and you do what you think feels right, go for it. Because you know in your heart and your gut when the time is right. If things are going on and that man isn't showing you that he's interested in having an exclusive relationship with just you, growing for the future, possibly getting married someday, I wouldn't just go out and get butt wild with this guy unless you're okay getting butt wild and that's going to be it, when it comes to sex. So whenever you're comfortable and you're ready, don't let it be any pressure from him. Don't let it be any, well, we're two grown people and I thought you were ready. Don't ever let anyone manipulate you into having it. You need to be the one with the wine glass, giving him his glass, and y'all ready to get down there and do it because you want to do it too, not just one-sided. So whenever you're comfortable, that's going to be my advice.
I like that advice because it's so true, is don't let a man talk you into something that you're not ready for because you can never take it back. Because I've had women say after they had sex with the man for the first time, they're like, oh, I shouldn't have done it. I wasn't ready. And then they don't want to do it again and you can't take it back. It changes the dynamic of the relationship. I mean, of course you absolutely can, but then he's going to get resentful. It's going to turn out really weird. So just do it when you're ready, not because he's pressuring you.
And Suzanne, I want to say one more thing. It might be for another show, but we're going to have to discuss, why is that? Why does it get so complicated after sex? For me, it should be fun. You should be ready to do it again. It's like everyone gets so tense and all worked up and making this huge deal. We got to talk about that one day.
Oh, I have a lot to say about that one. We'll save that for another interview. Well, these have been some great tips, Tinsley. So tell our audience how they can find you and your awesome book.
Yes. Thank you, Suzanne. Thank you, audience. So you can go to TinsleyBradford.com. And on my website, I have a link where you can scroll down and just click, says order book right here. As simple as that. And it'll take you to the area to order the book. And that's where you go, TinsleyBradford.com. You can even follow me on Instagram, all social media channels directly from my website.
Thanks, everybody, for joining us on the Single and Stiletto Show. Our show is available both in video format and podcast format. If you'd like to view the videos, go to singleandstilettos.com. If you'd like to get the podcast, you can download it from iTunes. If you'd like to get our free ebook on the 3 secrets guaranteed to attract any man based on scientific research, just click right here on the video or go to singleandstilettos.com.